Hello Aquarius, this is your astrological and card horoscope for the week starting October 17th, 2016. And quick reminder for you guys, remember these weekly astrology scopes are meant to talk about just the week and maybe the week after. If you're looking for longer term seasonal shifts, you definitely want to check out the monthly astrology. In fact, I just put up November yesterday, so that's all ready and raring for you to go in a special playlist on the main page as well if you want to check that out. So what is going on here with your cards? What's happening here? Well, not your cards, excuse me. Let's talk astrology first, because that's normally what I always do. So we'll just go with that. We'll go in the order. Blah, 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 blah. So, astrologically this week, we've got a heck of a lot going on. We've got a full moon at the very beginning of the week, kind of like overnight 16th to 17th, in your third house of communications and contracts, pacts, and promises. And it's connected to your natal, not to your natal, I don't know what your natal chart is. If you want a personal reading, you gotta order it, because I don't know, this is gonna go to like 1,000 or more people. It's connected to Uranus, currently transiting this area as well. And Uranus is retrograde. And when a full moon and Uranus retrograde come together, we're talking about second chances. And there could be some second chances going on with contracts, publishing opportunities, or educational opportunities falling at your doorstep. This could be through a friend, this could be through a relative, or maybe even a situation going on at school. If you've been thinking about maybe going back and finishing a degree or a certification program, or if you've been thinking about going into publishing or even marketing or advertising yourself, this is a great way to start, going in a different direction in your career. In fact, with this full moon connected to Uranus retrograde, this may be an opportunity that's been kind of tossed around for a little bit and nobody has really actually gotten it started. Until now. So from the 16th up until about the 22nd of the month, you can expect to be able to kind of again cash in on an opportunity that either you passed up on accident or is just kind of coming around the bend again. On Thursday, we have a kind of a clash. We've got Mars conjunct Pluto in your 12th house of secrets, your privacy zone. And when Mars and Pluto come together, we are talking about, I guess you could say, it's overkill. That's kind of the word I've been using it for everyone. And with Mars conjunct Pluto in your 12th house, if it goes the way I think it's going to go, a lot of you Aquarian people are finally probably going to explode about a lot of tension and a lot of stress that you may have with a friend or a lover, possibly both, but I want you to keep it cool. Because usually the 12th house is where we keep our secrets. It's where we kind of keep everything that we don't want the whole world to know. But when Mars and Pluto come together, we just kind of have had it up to here and out it comes. If you can try and engage this energy before it peaks this week, and incrementally bring up these discussions, it's going to do you a lot more good than simply blowing up when these planets decide to go at it. So what's going on with your cards for this week? Well, for your spiritual advice with your oracle card, we've got the Queen of the Darkwood Elves, and this is talking about understanding where you can't procrastinate what you already see coming. Okay? This is a huge deal, because with the Queen of the Darkwood Elves, you're going to be seeing a lot of, secret information that you've already known about going on behind the scenes come to a head this week. Whether this is conversations at work, gossip among friends, or family members, the Queen of the Darkwood Elves is basically saying you need to pay attention, like you have seen this coming. You probably didn't want it all to come to a head this week. You probably didn't really want to deal with it. Maybe you were hoping other people would deal with it. It might not even be your business to deal with it, but at the same time, what you have to make sure of is that you don't get in whatever this is way. You might try your hardest to stop those two people from fighting, or stop that person from quitting, or whatever. Don't get in that way. The longer you put it off, the harder it's going to be on the group and that individual. So make sure that you're not trying to stop an inevitability. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we have the Two of Wands inverted. This card is not necessarily a bad card when it's inverted, but it can be a bit comical. Because with the Two of Wands inverted, we're seeing some communication breakdowns happen when it comes to your professional or financial life. Typically with the Two of Wands inverted, it's basically bad interpretations and possibly some bad listeners. If you've ever had those situations where it's like both people claim to be hearing the other person, but the messages are coming out the wrong way, this is what's happening here. Make sure that we don't necessarily allow ourselves to take what another person is saying for granted. People might be trying really, really hard to get their point across the wrong way. And that could indicate some bad deals, or perhaps even, some dissatisfied customers when you followed their directions to a T, but they don't know how to make a damn request. Also, with the Two of Wands inverted, there may actually be some unexpected good news coming your way about some money that you didn't know was actually floating around in your name, so perhaps an unexpected little gift or return is in order for you. For your communications with air when it comes to friends, relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Moon card upright. Somebody's going to be confiding a secret in you that you don't know if you should keep. Okay? And a lot of this with the Moon card can have to do with somebody trying to change the way you feel about somebody that you are close to. This could be a situation where this person is kind of looking for backup in a sense, but I don't really want you to fall into this person's campaign, okay? If they've got a problem with so-and-so, whether it's your siblings fighting, your friends, or whatever, don't let yourself play the triangulation game with this, because you don't want to be the tool of somebody who does triangulate. Because the whole reason they're trying to get you to do it is because they might be too much of a wuss to do it themselves. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Queen of Cups inverted. And when we get the Queen of Cups inverted, you've got to make sure that you are not routinely getting sucked in by a victim, alright? And that's kind of how the Queen of Cups inverted works when it shows up the way it is. And this could come from a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, somebody with those qualities. They might have a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio rising, we don't know. But with the Queen of Cups inverted, what can happen is that this person is sort of using frailty, or again, victimhood, to gain sympathy, but to gain sympathy this way is really sort of their way to try and hold power over you, or guilt trip you, or make you feel like they are entitled to your service, whatever this is. And it's manipulation, flat out. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Four of Pentacles upright. And with the Four of Pentacles, usually this card can indicate a time where we're taking space from our partners, and typically a lot of this has to do with sort of reasserting personal territory and privacy, and not necessarily in a bad way. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles can show up where we are feeling crowded by our partner this week, and it's time to kind of be like, look, I need to breathe. Or I need to be able to kind of have my own space, or hang out with my own friends, or, whatever on my own. And that's perfectly well and good. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's just a matter of finding the right way to convey this, because I think that you are going to be, a little bit crowded or feeling a bit stifled by a crush or a partner. It's not the end of the world if you want to take some space. Obviously, treat them gingerly, make sure that they know that, taking space for a couple of days doesn't mean taking space till death. It just means a little bit of breathing room. It's nothing personal. So that is your forecast, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you would like to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.